losing weight is one of the New Year's resolutions topping the wish list of most Americans for 2016. You among them? You don't need to.
No, but
just
working
getting
out
shape.
is important.
Yeah.
Staying fit.
I just lost 20 pounds.
The magic of having a baby and being on tape. But how can you get there when you feel like you've tried it all? ABC's Mara Schiavocampo is here with her own inspirational story. Good morning to you, Mara.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Well, like so many people, I set off on a January weight loss journey 4 years ago, but unlike so many of my previous attempts, this time I succeeded, losing a total of 90 pounds after realizing that my issues with food couldn't be fixed with your typical diet because I had a real problem with binge eating, all of which I share in my book, Thinspired. For me, the joy of having my first child in 2011 came with the pain of being my heaviest weight ever, 230 pounds. I've struggled with weight my entire life. I realized that I had come to use certain foods as drugs, frequently binging out of control. As I share in my book, Thinspired, I found the only way to get healthy was to be brutally honest about my trigger foods, including all flour and dairy, and then completely eliminating them, as I shared with Amy Robach.
It doesn't exist.
Binge eating is one of the most common eating disorders in the country. Barbara Namias also realized food was her fix.
I actually gained 35 pounds from binge eating. I didn't recognize my own body because I had never looked like that in my life. First, I think it's enjoyable, and then eventually it's a real monkey on your back.
Namias sought inpatient treatment at the Breathe Life Healing Center and dropped the pounds. Experts say for so many of us, treating binge eating is the real key to losing weight and finding freedom.
The first step is simply hope and surrender. Hope that there's a possibility I might change, and two, surrendering into a plan of action that involves real treatment for a real problem.
So how do you know if you might have a problem with binge eating? Well, my book does have a questionnaire in it that can provide some guidance, but ultimately, if you think you do suffer from this issue, you should talk to your doctor. Awareness is often the first step in fixing the problem because so often we're all told that weight loss is about discipline and self-control, but for so many people, it's about much more than that.
Yeah, and I can't imagine. So you did this once with the first baby.
Yes.
What's different second time around?
Yeah, promoting a weight loss book heavily pregnant, that's fun. You know what's always been really important to me, what I realize is really important, is habits. Because bad habits make life much more difficult. Good habits make it easier. Throughout this whole pregnancy, I've been so focused on keeping my good habits.
Yes.
Exercising every day, keeping up clean eating. So hopefully that's the foundation.
Spinning.
I'm still spinning
In your
every
9th
day.
month.
Makes me feel good. And like you, Ginger, I'm hoping to have a 25-pound baby. So
Easiest weight loss.
That'll do it. Great tips, and the book is fantastic. Inspired.
Thank you.
It's really great, Mara. Thank you. And you can pick up a copy of Mara's book, Thinspired, wherever books are sold. Now let's go to Amy.
All right, girls, thank you. And here was some advice on how you can reframe your way of thinking about weight loss in the new year is Dr. Jennifer Ashton. And so how you think about things has a huge impact. What do you mean by all of that?
No question. And as we heard from Mara, so often we're told, oh, it's just your willpower discipline. That's actually not true. And obviously, I really look at things through a medical lens. So yes, we all want to look good, but it's really about what's going on inside your body. So I'm calling it the 3 Ps. This is what you want to focus on: your priorities, perspective, and plan. And I feel like if you do that and really focus on the inside out, everything else will fall into place.
Okay, the first P, priorities.
Priorities. So when you think about it as a pyramid, yes, we care what everyone else sees, but we really care what's going on inside our body. Your body needs 3 things. It needs good food, good fuel, it needs good fitness, so you do need to move, and then it needs rest. And at the top of all of it is the little mirrored ball, which is what everyone sees because we do have that element of vanity. So yeah, if you do all these things, what people see on the outside will look good.
All right, and then the next P is perspective.
This is so important because it's very easy to tend to focus on just what you're going through, but I tell patients all the time in medicine, you have to remember perspective. So look at this animation. If you imagine you're on the weight loss road or whatever kind of health changes you're trying to make, whether they're small or big, you feel alone. There are tons of people on that path also. It's really a process, not just about the product. So when you realize that you're not alone, I think it gives you that perspective, and it's very important.
All right, and then finally you got to have a plan.
Nothing works without a plan, and the body will follow the mind. So get your mindset when you're thinking about making these changes, and now is a perfect time where a lot of people are thinking about it. Set a meaningful goal. It's not, I want to be a size whatever in my jeans. It's, I want to be healthy. I want my cholesterol to drop by 10 points, 20 points. Anticipate obstacles, because that's real life. So you might get sick, you might go to a party, you might take a vacation. That's real, that's going to happen. Don't let it derail you. And lastly, you want to anticipate all of those things, but be patient with yourself at the same time and reward yourself, because this truly is about your inner health, not just what everyone else sees.
Well said.
Thank you, my
Inspiring
dear.
all. Thank you so
my
much,
dear.
Dr. Ashton.